The Lord will absolutely use you if you are available. But just because He uses you does not mean He condones your lifestyle. It also does not mean that you all have a relationship. You don't want to meet God and be like, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name? Did we not cast out demons in your name? And the Lord tells you, I never knew you. Depart from me, you worker of iniquity. God is a God of standard. And when you are a follower of Christ, you have to be a standard barrier. What do I mean by that? There are certain things that you are not going to be able to do when you claim to be a follower of Christ. Let this mind be also in you that was in Jesus Christ. What type of mind did God have? Because it surely was not a wayward mind that some of you all who claim to follow Christ have. See, with me, I know that there are certain things that I am not going to be able to do because I hold the standard. I read my word. The word is the standard. And some of you all who claim to follow Christ has lowered your standards. I can't afford to fornicate. I can't afford to masturbate. I can't afford to be laid up with no married man. I can't afford to be in a relationship that does not bring glory and honor to God. I cannot afford to be a thief. I cannot afford to be a liar. I cannot afford to covet the things that my neighbors have. I cannot afford to be disobedient. I cannot afford to not be willing to do the will of God. I cannot afford to be married to a man that is in a fraternity. I cannot afford to be married to a man that is a Freemason. I cannot afford it. I can't afford to be out here giving my body all willy-nilly to every man that gives me a compliment or takes me out to eat or buys me a drink. I cannot afford to drink. I cannot afford to be drunk. I cannot afford a lifestyle that does not match Christ. I can't afford it. And the problem is, some of you all who claim to be followers of Christ, y'all have lowered your standards so much so that you have not only compromised yourself, but you have compromised your relationship with your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because you have afforded all of the things that God did not put you on this earth to afford. Stop sleeping with that man that is not your husband. Stop sleeping with that girl that is not your wife. Stop being in relationships that does not bring glory and honor to God. Stop being in relationships that does not serve you. Stop being in friendships that does not serve you. Stop. And before anybody trying to say, oh, you judging, no. The bar has already been set. Meet the bar. The standard has already been set. Meet the standard. Period. And some of y'all live in grace and free will. Stop living in grace. Stop living in free will. Shall I continue in sin so that grace may abound? God forbid. It's time to kill your flesh. It's time to die daily. It is also time to go to the altar and offer yourself as a living sacrifice. What is the point of calling yourself a Christian if you are not going to follow the biblical principles? If you are not going to pick up your cross and follow Him, what is the point of you calling yourself a follower of Christ? You cannot serve your flesh and the spirit at the same time. All I'm saying is, you don't want to meet God and be like, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name? Did we not cast out demons in your name? And the Lord tells you, I never knew you. Depart from me, you worker of iniquity. Do not allow God to use you and He does not have a relationship with you. Some of you all are so bound in your sin, and the Lord wants to set you free. The Lord will absolutely use you if you are available, but just because He uses you does not mean He condones your lifestyle. It also does not mean that you all have a relationship.